Afternoon folks, and welcome back to the channel. We have got the sun, which has just come out, shining down on us for the first time in God knows. But as you can see, we're out on the pan today. We're going to keep changing the bikes about, and today we are going to talk about the Pan Am, because it's about 3 months since I've had the Pan Am and about 3,000 miles in. So we're going to do a little scoot along these beautiful little back roads here in Blighty and go over the good points of the bike that I've found and also the bad points of the Pan Am, and hear it a fair point from a rider's perspective. You've got to love that view. So of course, for those who watch the channel regularly, you'll know that last year I actually had a Triumph Tiger 800 XCA, and we'll just talk about why and the reasons I sold that to get the Pan Am. Now of course, Sportster 48 is a different story. That's just a stalwart and part of the garage for the time being. But the Triumph Tiger, I bought the Triumph Tiger so it'd give me a little bit more range with what I do personally, not just for the channel, but I do enjoy getting about down these sort of lanes, little bit of off the road. I'm not into heavy off-road stuff, never will be, it's not my bag, but I do like exploring little lanes like this. You can look around you and say, is there somewhere you can just take the bag down? And this is a pretty bad road as it is. It's full of cow shit and potholes and stones, a lot of water runoff as well, so it's ideal for this sort of bike, any ADV bike for that matter. And the Triumph Tiger was, you know, let's face it, a brilliant bike. It really was. The only things I hated with that was the fact it had tube tyres. Just it takes longer to repair at the side of the road than it does with a tubeless, especially if you're out in the middle of nowhere. But I didn't really hate a lot of other things about that bike. I actually thought everything about it, the way the ergonomics were, the controls, the backlit controls, the heated seats that it had, all the plus points. It had a lot of things on that bike. It just wasn't cutting it, especially on the channel. So why sell it because of my channel? Well, of course I'm trying to build my channel, aren't I? And as popular as that bike was, you guys didn't seem to like it. Right, do we want to go that way? Let's go to Roweth. So views for views, and you can search anything on a Triumph Tiger. In fact, the 900 is quite a lot more popular. At the time, that was out of my price point. Anyway, so that brings us to the Pan Am. I always admired the Pan Am, and again, at the point of buying the Triumph, the Pan Am wasn't out that long. It was above my price point. Fortunately, when viewing a replacement for the Triumph, this bike came up within my price point, and hence that's why I got the Pan Am, because I'd always admired them, but now it's the time to use it, abuse it, and give you guys that honest opinion. So the one good thing about the Pan Am, and I've got this in road mode, is it has got one hell of an acceleration. It's a fantastic engine, the Revolution Max. Maybe we should have gone down to Roweth, but I think that is actually a dead end down there. So yeah, the Rev Max engine is fantastic when you want to use it. And don't forget, I've not even got it in sport mode. I've got a custom map here, which is map A on here. I've got map A and B planned. And I've just been playing around with the settings, so you can set things like engine braking, plus 1%, suspension. You can have it in soft off-road, you can have it firm it up, have it in road mode. So there's all different settings you can do to customise it to how you want the bike to be, which is brilliant. Throttle response and things like that. And that's something the Triumph didn't have. So even though you've got the modes the same, the Pan Am, you can actually customise the modes to suit your way of riding depending on what terrain you're on, which is fantastic. Okay, so we've moved into more of the beautiful Derbyshire, heading towards ALCHEMOTO. 60 degrees, beautiful, sunshine's out now, what a day. And we just kicked into sport mode. So we're going to kick it down for 4th gear and just give you a little taste of what sport mode is like, knocking down from 3rd. And here we go, 44 mile an hour, 3rd gear. And that is one hell of a blast. I was going to go down that lane, but I think it just meets back up to the other road down at the bottom. So, as interesting as it might be, tempted to do that. I can always come back out on the other road. I might just do a little spin round because I've always wanted to know what was down that road. But yeah, that's sport mode. It is absolutely evil. And in fact I didn't have the cameras rolling, but I just knocked into sport mode at the roundabout half a mile back and thought I'd just give a sport bike a taste of a Pan Am. And I think he was a little bit surprised, let's say the least. So when you want to use it and have some fun with it, you can do. If you're not too happy with the throttle, which is very, very snappy in sport mode, you can knock it down in the controls in one of your custom maps, or knock it into rain mode for a more leisurely ride, so to speak. It's not as snappy on the throttle response. Just going to go down Winnett's Pass. Nice wig. Little view of ALCHEMOTO. But yeah, if you make sure the software is up to date and all the problems have been sorted by your dealer before you buy a 21 bike, you should not have an issue. I'll repeat that, you should not have an issue. Unfortunately, apart from a couple of minor faults which you can clear, I've not had anything wrong with the bike. The worst one I had was the battery fob that was low, and when I was out on a ride once and I thought it was the battery that was dead because I wasn't sure, because the screen comes up with a weird thing asking you to put the code in, then disappears. And then since found out that that was just the battery low voltage in the fob. So replaced that and we've not had any issues since. I've put a sat-nav mount in front, which is where the GoPro's filming from the front, and my phone holder with the RAM mount ball adapters on. We'll just shut up for a minute and let you enjoy Winnett's Pass if you've not seen Winnett's Pass before. But I absolutely love this view. You just come out of this road, turn right, you've got a fantastic view then over Derbyshire on whole of ALCHEMOTO. And this goes to one of the, what I feel is one of the worst off-road tracks as well, or trails that you could find, which I've done on the Pan Am. It wasn't long after I bought the bike. There's the view of ALCHEMOTO there, the whole view of the Shivering Mountain. Scooter boys are us. So we're just going to carry on up here for about a mile. That's the road down to the old quarry there, which I'm not going to do today because I'm not good enough. Although I have done that road, that track is just ridiculous. A lot of loose stone on this road. This one. How does that track go? Does it just go around in a circle? Well, there's no sign saying don't go down there, is there? Anyway, what a great place just to stop for a little while. And we'll have a look at the map. Well, after yesterday, that is music to my ears, whatever that may be. Still a little bit of black over the tops there, but look at the blue sky there. Just so glad that came out today. Well, I was going to do the walk around the bike around here, but sort of when in Rome, I'm interested to know what's up there, so we might as well. See what the bike's like in off-road mode, even though we've got a lot of rocky ground around here. No idea where this goes though. I mean, it might go on for miles. Look at that, look at that there. Wow. Well, I'm not going to go flying through the puddles. I've not got my wet gear on, but it looks. The only thing is, if I hit a rock in there, I'm off. So it looks like it's some bridleway. It does go on for a fair distance. We'll go a little bit further and see what's on that little sort of almost like a bridge with the two walls either side of it. But it's passing through Mamtoro. It might even come down on the other side of the hillside. Interesting. Doesn't it help that I've pulled my bloody ankle as well, so standing up isn't very comfortable. And I'm guessing what's in this watercress, because that is bloody deep. Okay, so now it gives me a chance to talk about the off-road capability of this machine. And oh, there's a gate at the end, and it's a damn fine beast indeed if you want to take this off the track. And that's exactly going back to why I bought this bike, so you can just do a little bit of exploring like this. My only concern with this is it's an unclassified road, okay? So it's a UCR, but I don't know what my legal rights are for motorised vehicles, although it's wide enough for motorised vehicles. It's where it comes out. So I'm going to have a look on the map. Okay, let's see where this takes us. So of course that way is showing it's a public bridleway, and I'm sure I have actually ridden some of the limestone way before, but it's shown as a public bridleway now. Well, I'm using my common sense about me. It's an unclassified country road, which is sort of almost like a boat, byway open to all traffic. The sign saying no motorised vehicles is on the public footpath signpost and not on the gate. And the gate isn't locked, and it's wide enough for a motorised vehicle to pass through. So we're going to use our common sense and say, and there's also motorbike tracks on the ground as well. So I'm going to use my common sense here and say, let's go for it and see where it comes out. Because that's what it's all about, folks, exploring. But again, do the polite thing and shut the gate. Looks like he's had a recent new gate on here as well. But yeah, there's bike tracks down here as well. Oh, and hopefully without swapping batteries I've got enough camera life to get me down the bottom of the lane. Let's go. This isn't bad, this can almost sit down on this part. I'm not going to go daft today. Like I said, I've got my jeans on, so we just didn't expect to find somewhere else off the beaten track, which is good. But I think this may be the end of the road. I really wish I had the wet gear on so I could just leather it through these and get wet. Of course, this is also good practice for my virgin this off-road riding. At least one good thing is I've got a decent rear tyre on, just I've got to change the front over. So I have switched the rear to an Anarchy Adventure. I've got to switch the front Harley one over, which for these sort of things is perfect. So here's the gate that he was on about. There's a sign for ALCHEMOTO, which is right in front of us, so literally we've just come round in a circle. Bloody typical. What a cracking little lane though. I think that's the best I've actually found so far, so I'm pretty chuffed. One to mark down. I'll get another quick picture. You see the main road actually down there, so I wonder if it's that, you know, when we came up here there was a road that says I keep wanting to go down there. If it comes out there, it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest with you. Nice to know there's a little campsite there if you ever want to stop over in Derbyshire. Back on tarmac. But how cool was that? And then that's the ALCHEMOTO car park and the road up there beyond the pass to Edale. What a stunning day, what a stunning view. Oh, no, don't fall, thank you. You say I've got you on camera. The lane actually comes out to a farm lane, so you'd never have seen this on the road. You just presume it's to this farm, which is Rother Farm and Campsite. So it makes you wonder whether this is a private road and then the unclassified road carries on through it. So Rother, public footpath. It's an unclassified country road. It says that on the bloody signpost, so we're ignoring that. Start again. Okay folks, so we moved on a little bit from the last shots. We've come back round into Little Hayfield in a big loop, and then this is where we're going to just do a little bit of the off the bike walk round. But in true ALCHEMOTO style, the clouds of doom did descend. And put a little bit of the wet stuff down on me. You can see a few of them to the left hand side, and yet always to the opposite side is the blue sky and sunshine. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay folks, so that really is sort of the end of today's vlog. So the bike is suitably dirty, as you can see. Definitely seen some action today, but yeah, with the bike, the only things I really don't like about it is these plastic grab rails here. I mean, they've not gone on me, but I know people in the past, you know, online when you've read the reviews and stuff, that I've broke these when they've dropped the bag and tried to pick it up by those. But you can buy some metal replacement ones from aftermarket suppliers. I'm not sure whether Harley's due to bring something else out to replace them in the future, but that's the only thing I don't like on the rear. Tail tidy wants going on the back, and these horrible lights want changing to something more suitable, some more brighter LED 3-in-1s maybe at the back, because the brake light is tucked away down there. So you can get, there's all sorts aftermarket ones available to improve on that as well. So Screaming Eagle exhaust, a lot better and a lot lighter than the original, so that's one thing that most people do, is replace a silencer. But apart from that, you know, and a little bit of plastic here and there, and these are made to actually come off, but you can get some bark busters, maybe some more heavy duty ones for them as well. And of course I did say that I replaced the windscreen as well to a Puig one, which is a lot better than Harley standard. Apart from that, the bike is absolutely fantastic. We're going to end the vlog there, guys. We're going to end the vlog there. Hope you've enjoyed the little run out on the Pan today, a little bit of an honest review and a little bit of off-roading thrown into match. So until the next time folks, if this is your first time watching ALCHEMOTO and you haven't subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button, and do like the video and share if you dare, and don't forget to comment. Until the next time folks, we'll be seeing you. But for now, ALCHEMOTO going through the tunnel is signing out. We'll see you later folks.